Yes, people, welcome back to the Flowcast with myself and Rye. And here we have another episode going through some Rate My Physiques, some Q&As and whatnot. You know the crack now if you've watched before. Ryan, you got anything to say, my man?
No, let's just all enjoy you being stoned as fuck.
We got a Mary Jane feature tonight. Let's go.
I'll
let you start off if you want, man. If you want to whack in with a question.
Yeah, Sam, we'll hop straight into them then. We always have a little catch up off air, don't we, before we start?
I know we should start pressing the button and then having the catch up so people can see what we're talking about. But
yeah, but
sometimes it's best
not now that we don't want to get slipped out.
Yeah, that's it.
But for anyone wanting to know, Leon is dieting.
Yep. Yes.
Diet block.
Just literally starting a diet block now. After a fairly successful, I'd say, massing block that we've had, it just sort of gave us some good biofeedback to go into the next one because it was the first sort of proper off season I've had with Joe Jeffries. So we were sort of working out how I react to certain things and pushing so much food for a certain amount of time, just sort of see my appetite die at the latter end of my macro cycle. So now we've got the biofeedback, we can push again, and we now know that we need to diet a bit more throughout to keep the appetite at bay. So I'm excited to push again with a new split as well, chest and hamstring focus. So time to bring up all the body parts and then get ready to compete maybe at the end of the year or next year. But a similar sort of thing as yourself, isn't it, right?
Yeah, we're not all as lucky as you though. Like most people do an upper lower, like a more balanced training plan. And Leon's like, I'll grow on when I'm dieting anyway. So he's doing a specialization block while he's dieting. Fuck it.
That's me, bro. I just grow walking to the fridge and back. No hard work here, man. Just primo. That's it. Primo and genetics done.
Just primo. That's all you need.
Yeah, man. Trust me.
Right. Shall I kick it off?
Let's go. Let's go.
So we've got a new question from Curfew SNM. Curfew Say No More.
Yep.
So he's never sent a question in before, but he said, do you know of any novice bodybuilding show at the start of this year as I want to compete?
Well, a good federation I'd say to do novice bodybuilding is Fit Expo. I did the Fit Expo novice, found it quite good. Obviously depends on the show. There's been some phenomenal athletes at certain novice shows, and then there's been some other ones where there's been like not as amazing like hard hitters there because they're all away doing the more popular federation. So I mean, if you got the luck like me, you turn up and you got Golden Era Dan doing the show, and then it sort of fucks you right up. But other than that, man, most shows do a novice category anyway, don't they?
Yeah, I think every good fed does a novice category. You just have to be careful because read the criteria for novice, because some shows will say you could not have competed like more than 5 times before, and then some of them say you can't have won a show, and then some will say you can't have come like top 3 in the British finals. And like, so sometimes it's best to find a show that's true novice, or do like a smaller federation like IBFA or something like that if you are genuinely a novice and not got much experience, and just see how well you do like in a smaller fed. Or if you wanted to just jump straight in with like the PCA guys and Two Bros guys, and just see how you compare. It's totally up to you, man. What I'd do is I'd just get in shape and I'd pick a few shows, because from end of March, they're just everywhere. For like the show calendar is like wide open. There's so many to do. FitX, PCA, IBFA, Two Bros, and then just see where you fit in, man, and see which federations you enjoy more than anything if you're a beginner or not.
That's a big one as well, isn't it? Like you need to enjoy the federation with as well. Like, and like you said, there's bang on, always read the criteria, making sure you're one going to fit the criteria that you're competing in, and two, you know what the crack is, so
yeah. And if you're a first timer, dude, like a genuine first timer, enter a first timer show, because that's a great idea. You said novice, but if you're not, don't think you'll get away with a first timer show, because PCA will literally revoke your result if you get caught. I've seen that happen like 10 times this season.
Yeah. There's no point doing it if you're not a first timer. I think it's just like you got to be a scumbag to do that. Like
it's when people have done it and then finished like 4th and had their 4th place revoked as well. It's like, man, you finished 4th against like those are first timers.
Just beat them while they're down, like 4th place gone. Nah, jeez, madness. So I'm trying to see if I've got any actual questions rather than just obviously rate my physique. So I've got a few like rate my poses and stuff. So what question have we got on there? Oh, so there's one question here from Morgan Wells, which is a posing client of mine.
Morgan.
Yeah, I coached him last year and he done very, very well. Got best poser award at the what was the show he did? Oh fuck, I can't think of the fucking
Was
name.
it Pure? No, it weren't Purely. It was it one of those?
A similar one to Pure, in it. I can't think of the
Yeah.
name. The one that Jazz did as well. I can't.
It's gone blank.
What was the show that Jazz did?
There's FMC Purely. There's another one as well. I can't remember what it is.
UK something, can it? I think.
UK or Physiques or something like that.
Oh man.
I'll tell you.
I'm thinking way too hard into this. Anyway, he's a client of mine. He won the fucking best posers award, and he's asking us a question here. Do you guys think they're becoming more acceptable in federations, like tattoos, or do you think there is always going to be a stigma around tattoos on stage?
I don't think there's a stigma. I just think it genuinely gets in the way of seeing stuff. Like I've only got a sleeve, and it's like it's not even dark up the top of my arm, is it? And like I still wish I'd only like either had my forearm done or something. Like I would get the top end removed. But there's been some really good cover-ups this year. You know, Big Wardy, Joe's client, the Irish one.
Yeah.
His whole back is like he's got a whole back piece. And when he competed in Two Bros, he got it covered up. You couldn't even tell. I didn't even know he had a back piece at all.
There's so many good like tattoo covers now, isn't there? So you literally cannot see them once they're covered up. And I find a lot of guys that are heavily tattooed, they tend to use obviously Dream Tan. Although I think it makes you look like a big fucking shit.
It has that shine, well. Just the shine like comes off it, like you can see the actual skin rather than like the ink underneath it, which is good.
I'm not a big fan of the color, but if you're heavily tattooed, it is worth it.
Yeah, worth it. Who's the guy? Is it Tom that coaches him? Neil Cranwell. He's covered in tattoos and he always does really, really well. I think if you get peeled enough and you use the right tan and glaze, it doesn't really matter unless you have a lot of dark ink, like, you know, covering the lines on your back and stuff like that and on your quads. I think you'll be all right.
Yeah. I mean, it can hide some sort of detail, but I mean, you can't really nitpick. I mean, federations say that they don't really judge on the tattoos. Do you know what I mean?
I think PCA genuinely don't discriminate against it because I'm sure Neil's British champion in PCA.
Yeah.
Of one in PCA that are covered in tattoos and stuff. I think it's just
covers my whole fucking bicep. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, mine's the same on the inside. Like, just like make sure the tan and the glaze looks bang on, and you'll be fine if you're in condition.
That's it. Either that or just get it removed, lasered off.
That's why loads of bodybuilders have like the hands and stuff done in it. They don't cover anything.
Madness. So the same, obviously, client of mine, Morgan, wanted a physique rating and posing rating as well. I don't know if you want to crack on to that.
Yeah, man. Let's get him.
Let's get him up. Go. Wait till you see his front ab shot. He's got that same sort of fucking, like that, you know, when people can hit an abs and thigh front on, and it just looks so nice because they got that sort of Frank Zaney lat insertions. If you pre his, let me try and find it. Got on here, that.
Very nice.
Do you know what I mean? He's just got that perfect rib cage for this front, like ab vacuum, isn't he? It looks sick. Yeah, what's a good one to go off of physique?
Oh yeah, he did the Arnold too, didn't he? I remember him being at the Arnold and you put it in the chat.
Oh, he's the routine. I put this together for him, so obviously, Ryan, you can critique it as well. Let's have a look. Obviously, no sound for the copyright thing.
Yeah, nice. The leg positioning is perfectly where it needs to be. Really good.
Again, he traveled to see me a few times, a couple of one-to-ones, and he was all set. And he came to me early as well, you know.
It does make a big difference. especially when you're trying to teach a routine as well, because I find that's a lot more difficult than on video call to teach. I've just done someone's routine today.
Yeah, I've got one to do as well, actually. Not today, but tomorrow.
Yeah, man, he's got the stage presence.
Yeah, I love the sort of like the emotion, like you can feel it the way he comes into them shots, like as we sort of really worked on obviously that sort of grace and then power, you know, like that sort of Lila Brada sort of thing, as I always tell people, to come gentle and then bang, snap into power. And he perfectly did it there.
Always come gentle.
Yeah, that's what she said, yeah. So where's the full physique shot so we can do a rate my physique? Here we go. Here we go. What would you rate that?
On an amateur scale, he is good. What I like, it just looks like a I don't want to make him sound plain, but you know, like a textbook physique, like how it should be built.
Yeah.
From the front, everything looks really nice proportion. I think he just needs to bring the lats up.
You can tell his previous job just by looking at his posing as well, because his posture, if you could ever guess what he did before.
A builder or a brickie or something.
His ex-military. So he's got that sort of like, that's the sort of thing I was going for. Like he's always like sort of,
yeah,
all that sort of like kind of posture kind of side of things, you know.
Yeah.
The military thing. That's how I always try and teach people like quarter turns as well. And obviously, you know, like going through the quarter turns, front relax and that transition to try and keep it like as military as possible. Just like step, step, bang, straight into it. Yeah, nice. I'd give Morgan, obviously based on these shots we got here, I'd say a good 7 out of 10. Would you say?
Yeah, I'd say a high 7, like a 7.5. Yeah. From the front, it just looks really pretty and like symmetrical from the front. I think the outer sweep of the quads, he's got good calves, and then just bring the lats up, because the upper back and the delts and arms and chest and everything are bang on.
And from the rear as well, like a bit of like lower back thickness wouldn't go amiss.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Tie these lats in nice, and then everything would open up a bit then. But
yeah, you just want every back post, like the thing that stands out, to be your lat, I think, when you're in classic.
Yeah, literally. Try to find some more. But yeah, Morgs, 7 out of 10 there, my man. I would say so. Very good presentation, as always. And you can put your own sort of like touch on your posing as well, as you can see. But as long as that emotion shows through, you're always onto a win.
Yeah, definitely.
You got to rate my physique there? You can jump
have
back.
I got to rate my physique? Yes, I have actually. So straight away, we've got Imran, Team Rage. My man, them, rate my rig, he says.
Big man. Yes, yes, my G.
He's a fucking legend.
Yeah, you gotta love Imran.
Dude, this is this front relaxed.
Trust, I say the same to him. Like,
it's disgusting.
He's like, look, bro, come on. Look at the thickness, bro.
Yeah, I know, yeah.
He's got that like
don't ever think he's big
muscle belly too.
Well, every time I've met up with him, it's like, I'm not feeling too good, man. I feel like I'm like behind and stuff like this. Feel like stuff's lagging, bro. It's fucking nuts.
I'm pretty sure I sent him a photo of my I think it was Imran. I sent a photo with like my starting point for my last prep and said, mate, look at the difference between you and mine and how well I did. Do you know what I mean?
The dude can't get fat either. That's like as fat as you can get.
That's fucking nuts, man. Joe sent me actually Imran straight away when obviously Joe was coaching him or still coaching him. He sent me a check-in photo of Imran's and was like, what do you think of this dude for Classic? I was like, fucking hell.
Crazy. Crazy.
So what, did he want to full rate my physique then? Yeah.
Yeah, he just wanted to rate my physique.
I think if we're talking from the front, I don't know what Imran's legs are saying. I've not really seen too much of his legs from the front. Has he got any other shots? But
he's done a leg block since I last seen him.
Here we go.
Bad man.
Yeah, man, that's nice. We've still got that like
the ductors. It's got a nice outer sweep.
He's still symmetrical with the VLs here, though, isn't he? Like from the VL to lat, if we draw a line here, he's still in symmetry.
Yeah.
Nice, which is
this was in June as well.
Man's blown up since then. But yeah, I think if we go from the back, his back would obviously be a lot weaker than his front, wouldn't it? If we're going to judge.
I don't think he's posing well there. Literally, he's had to train everything other than his back because he was just a walking back before. So I know what his back is.
Yeah, the posing's not doing him no justice, then, is it?
Mad.
Yeah. Spike that leg back, lean back, really open these lats up, and show us that big boy back. Yeah, nice, man. So I'll rate him, Renault. He's such a nice dude.
Yeah, I'd give him an 8. Like I know what he looks like now, and like recently, I'd give him an 8 easily.
Yeah, looking at this, man, I don't give a fuck what he thinks. When he goes on stage and he hits a front relax, no one on that stage is hitting a better front relax than my man here.
It's just effortless as well.
Look, man's got the full Bob Paris thing going on, just stood there looking sick. Nuts. Absolutely. Yeah, I'm with you there. I'd say a good 8 out of 10 there. Sick. So
you got any more physiques while we're on them before we do questions?
Caitlin Hill says, right then, boys, what posing tweaks could I make to show my physique better? So posing tweaks. The condition queen, Caitlin Hill. Posing tweaks. What's a good shot to go off? Is there like a physique update?
Go when she did the Arnold and she's on stage. You see everyone's there.
It's just a few there, isn't it?
I think from that shot that we seen just because she's got like her VL like pops out so far, like from like bulges so much from a leg.
Yeah.
It's big, but because the quads aren't wide as hell, I think if she just turned her toes out, it'd literally show how much that VL pops like crazy. Like look at the leg on the left. You imagine both of them just turned out a little bit more.
Yeah, just sort of like externally rotate them out and then boom, legs are set then, aren't they? Nice.
Well, everything Caitlin hits is like such a pretty shot. It's mad.
Hand placement's bang on as well. Like, and there'd be no sort of like reason to sort of overemphasize trying to puff yourself up too much, because then you're taking away from obviously the criteria, aren't you? But I think, yeah, what you said there, right? Just a little rotation out of the knees, show the legs a bit better, and then that's bang on that shot.
Yeah, it might help you to flex your legs a little harder as well if they're twisted outwards.
Yeah, man, never flex the legs hard enough.
See, like, look at the photo where she's with Amy in the results on the right. Look how much that's bulging out.
Yeah,
just if you just twisted them out, they'd go crazy. They are crazy.
Big VLs.
I think she was very unlucky not to win that show.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah, it's just that. I think with the rear ones, just make sure your hips are level. Your back's not symmetrical there, but it'll just be easier to keep your back symmetrical, like how you're flexing out your lats and stuff like that. And level hips just make for like a prettier overall picture, I think.
And another little thing I might add as well is just to sort of remember to try and rotate these arms back a little bit more, because you can see, for instance, next to you, see how this girl's got it, but she's obviously pinched too much, but you see how she's got the full peak on show. If you could sort of remain this width that you've got here and just really focus on driving them elbows back a slight touch more, we'll be able to see more of the arm here. Definitely.
And if you have your legs so your hips are level, it gives you a sturdier base to work off, so you won't feel like you're going to over rotate and fall back.
100%.
Tips. The side tricep. Fuck off, man. Why are you asking us for advice on hitting this side tricep?
You know what I mean?
Ridiculous.
Crazy. That's 2 crazy side triceps actually as well.
Yeah. Caitlin's arms are fucking mad. Like, I literally want arms like Caitlin. Crazy.
Oh, that's the next one, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah, mad. Literally small little subtle tweaks, like we just said. Turning the knees out on the front shots, keeping level hips on the rear shots, throwing the arms back.
There's not been any of a quarter turns, but I have seen a quarter turns in Caitlin. Your quarter turns to the side are absolutely perfect. I won't change a single thing.
Great shot as well. I was just trying to find a quarter turn. Oh, here we go. Yeah, jeez.
The hip set back, the hammy sweeping down. Beautiful.
The tilt.
Mad.
Tonk.
The back.
Jeez.
Yeah, crazy. I think the main one is just like twisting that leg out. Because look, when you hit your front double, how much your VL pops out.
Literally, yeah. Yeah, sick rig. So there's another question for us actually while we'll do that when we go back to the screen. Fuck it, do some more rate my physiques. Ross Luna coaching, rate my physique please. Love the content. Big up, Ross.
Restepa.
That's in my hometown.
I was talking to Bill today actually.
What, my mate Bill you was talking to?
Yeah. He said, I put a story up and he goes, why do everyone coached by Joe say yes, my G to everything? And I said, I think it's a Midlands thing. He goes, what the fuck's Leon doing it for then? And I was like, oh, to be fair,
He keeps grilling me saying that I've got this like fucking Brummy kind of weird accent now. It's what? I don't even really see it too much.
Oh, isn't even Brummy, but I think.
Yeah, I don't even know, man. He keeps saying I've got a weird accent. Because everyone around here talks like bruv geezer, do you know what I mean? Like
proper Cockney.
Yeah, Cockney geezer, lemon squeezer.
Is this a rate my rig?
Yeah, I think I'll rate my rig.
This structure is just stupid.
Yeah, I was looking and thinking, raw. Jeez.
Have you just took him on? I'm sure I seen you repost the other day.
No, I've not took him on, no. I would, but no, I haven't.
Name come up the other day. It's absolutely ridiculous structure.
Great.
Lovely hammy.
Yeah, I was just going to say that, man. Lend me some hammy, please, broski.
I don't know how tall you are, Ross, but it looks like you're quite a tall dude. Or if you're not, then you've got very wide shoulders and very little joints. I think having hams that explode off the bone like that,
yeah,
like, is very favorable.
Yeah, that's a nice physique.
Yeah. How old is he? Does it say?
No,
No,
didn't say.
Very good potential. I've not seen him peeled or on the show.
No, neither. It'd be interesting to see. I reckon he'd do some damage, especially in the first timers class. Fucking hell.
Yeah, I think his structure is great. I think if he just buoys arms and quads and chest up, like the top line and the quads, it'd easily be like, like an Imran, that level of musculature where you're walking and the structure is just mad.
It's just going to keep getting wackier and wackier if he can remain, like, keep that waist the same it is and just keep blowing everything up around it. It's just going to be a mad structure.
I think
from the looks of it, probably just like back, if anything, probably like would say be lagging obviously more than the front, but that's normally the same with most people, isn't it? To be honest, it takes a while to build a decent.
He hasn't got a weak back. I think it's just
like
his structure.
I think the front just takes you away more, doesn't it, than looking at the back? But then we need a proper back shot. But just because you've got that like wacky structure from the front.
That looks crazy. Like a go up one is lat spread on the left. Like it's not lacking.
No, that's true. To be fair, now we can see the whole thing without the vest.
And the hams are mad.
Again, I'm sick. Yeah, nice. I was going to say he must be tall, but then Jamie's about 3 foot, isn't he?
Yeah, he must be about my height then, like 5'8". Everyone always thinks I'm fucking dead tall as well on photos.
You do look tall in your photos, actually.
I'm a hobbit.
I
think if we're going off now.
Yeah, let's go off of this shot here. This is probably the most clearest one, isn't it?
If we give your client at the start a 7, I give him a high 7, 7.5 at the least. Your client, I'd give Ross a 7, like a 7 dead on.
Yeah, definitely.
We
Like
haven't seen him.
structure as well. Like I bet if he got like inside out peeled now, that would look nuts.
Yeah.
That would look
I think
so.
it's just top line and arms, man, and quads. Just things that are gonna make it pop off the bone that bit more.
Yeah, literally. Yeah, nice physique, man. Very nice. Interesting to follow this one as well and see how it progressively gets because yeah, structure when you can see like this is just nuts to watch it evolve as well. I don't know what other ones we got.
Got to rate my posing. How could you make my posing better? So this is by Big Chris Bates from my gym. Chris Bates 16.
There we go.
Look at this dude, man. This dude's like, he's never competed. Go on the hot tub photo, mate, and look at the top line density. What
Shit.
the fuck is that?
Fucking hell. Like 2 fucking tomahawk steaks. Fucking hell, man. Putting that good fucking Cybex chest equipment to use by the looks of it. Jeez. Yeah, back's good as well.
Yeah, that was
You know, I love it when people have these like fucking veins built up on the side of the leg. I wish I had veins like this. I'm like the least veiny guy ever. So annoying.
I'm like a fucking walking penis, I am, mate. I'm veiny as fuck.
Is that progress? Fucking hell.
Yeah, mate, his back is disgusting.
Yo, that's mad.
He's just doing a block to just bring up top line and arms and stuff and fill the gaps. Chris is like 6'3".
Tell me you deadlift without telling me you deadlift.
Yeah, animal.
Jesus. Rest a pen in
I think
there.
there's anything we could really, if we go to improve his posing. So has he got any actual check-in shots?
I think there's just like snippets of them, isn't there?
Scroll up a bit.
That's got to be up on it.
Well, they're one in the garden there.
Oh, we got it.
No.
He looks tall. Is he tall?
Yeah, 6'3", man.
Oh, fucking hell. Even more impressive. 6'3".
Oh, if you go next on the little arrow in the middle, and again.
Jeez.
Yeah, so this is what he's like now. Big boy. Look at the quad explosion.
Yeah, that's sick.
I think to improve posing and stuff, Chris, like you hit the abs and thigh bang on. How you're twisting your feet out. Abs look mental. Very pretty shot for a tall dude.
Yeah.
I think the one thing I'd probably fix on him is just his front double.
Let's have a look. Where is it? Is it back here? But oh yeah, in the front one at the video.
Yeah. Just trying to create like a bit more of an arc with the arms, you know, like the elbows not being quite so level and aiming back towards it. Yeah, if it's paused there, that's a more pretty shot. You know, rather than it so square on.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say that. That's the next thing I was gonna say. Maybe if you sort of
I'd bring the lats under and around, and then the arc of the arms slightly in towards the head. So like the lats are emphasized, and then it's like big going back into small towards the head, rather than being like skewed out to the side so much.
I think because when like if you're short, you can sort of just go bang and hit the shot, and it's just there. But when you're tall and you got like a longer, elongated torso, I think just by setting your hips a little bit as well, like.
Yeah.
Or almost like a classic front double variation. I think for a taller guy, it looks so much more pleasing, doesn't it? Like you can appear to be a lot bigger. Strange, isn't it? You're taller, but you have to pose like you're smaller to look bigger. It's a bit fucking strange. Yeah. But that's posing. It's weird.
Yeah, I'd offset the hips and stuff, mate. But like, he got no trouble posing his back and stuff. I think the mind muscle connection and stuff is that the hands and adductors are mad.
Mad thing.
This is before his growth phase as well. This is at the end of his like diet.
Sick. But yeah, was this a rate out of 10 or just posing?
Just posing tips.
Yeah, he's got the posing tips then. Good. Don't think there's any more poses to sort of rate. Just, yeah, remember to obviously offset the hips ever so slightly so you don't obviously appear like stringy, if you like, because you're so tall. And you even get like guys like, who would I think of? Like, I even think if like
I think of people like, do you know who Jamie Maxwell
What's
is?
his name? Fucking yeah, Jamie Johal. I think even if he was to sort of try and offset himself a little bit, it'd probably look better on some of his shots.
A lad I know, Jamie Maxwell, does PCA Classic. Well, he did PCA Classic. And he's like 6'4", 6'5", and he like poses very well for a tall dude.
Sick. God. Got a client of mine, Richie Classic. Rate my physique plus what makes a good classic bodybuilder. Love the content.
A good classic bodybuilder is somebody with either a very pretty torso or a bit of a larger rib cage, I think, to give like an old school look.
Yeah. And just presentation, stage presence.
Like, there's plenty of open bodybuilders that if they pose fantastic, there's plenty of classic bodybuilders that don't look that classic, but because they pose well, they pull it off. And there's plenty that don't pose well, and if they did, they would pull it off very well.
Yeah, literally 100%. So Richie's a client of mine. He's been with me, I'd say, how long's he been with me now? About 3 months or so, nearly 4 months, I think, something like that. Decent amount of time. So he's starting to blow up now. We're obviously pushing now in the off season with him. He works a lot of nights as well, so he does like a whole week's worth of fucking like on-call nights. So we have to sort of base our deload sometimes early to suit his job. So he's obviously works in an environment where stress is obviously always through the roof. So you can imagine how like high his oxidative stress is. So it doesn't help. We're currently working on clearing up his skin because Richie's got like a bit of an acne outbreak across the back and the chest. So we're focusing now on sorting that first before we push, so we get that obviously to grips and then we're ready to go. And then I think it's going to be a good year for Richie. We can blow him up. Obviously he's aspiring to be a classic bodybuilder as he loves the look, loves the shape. I think looking at his physique, I think once we obviously keep this waist as it is and blow the rest up around it, you can sort of see that we can make a classic bodybuilder out of it. I would say so. Would you say so yourself?
Yeah, definitely. It's what I was seeing before we even clicked on the stuff with how the rib cage goes up with the serratus and it's just like a bigger, bolder shape. I think he'll do well.
I mean, it's good. You sort of got to have the sort of eye, haven't you, to sort of picture someone before they blow up. It's sort of like obviously Joe's probably the best one at doing that, isn't he? But there's a good few coaches that can do it. Yeah, this was it. That's the only shot he's got on this one. On a video.
Yeah, man. Keep working hard and let Leon batter you.
That's it, man. Once we start pushing, that's it. Like we're literally on reserve at the moment. Next to nothing. Just pushing food up. That's literally it. So yeah, pretty much natty. What's the next? What have we got next? Big Richie. Here we go. That's me done, I think. Just
questions.
Yeah, I've only got one more question after this. That's it. Have you got any more
questions? Yeah. No, my own rate my physiques, but I've got loads of questions.
Cool.
So, big lactic addict Luke.
Oh, the man.
What muscle group will be most improved next time you both step on stage?
Mine will be chest and hamstrings, without a doubt. My two weakest body parts. So they will definitely be brought up.
I don't know what mine will be. We're focused on blowing up the top line and stuff that pops, but we've been doing upper lower in it. We've not like been prioritizing legs, but my legs have like gone fucking stupid.
Yeah.
So I think my legs might be. I think my hams probably.
Even your hams aren't lagging though. Like they still look good. I just think like it's going to be such a good year when you compete again.
Most improved from last season will probably be, I think, hamstrings.
You've just blown up everywhere though. Like everything's bigger on you at the minute. So that's why I'm just excited to watch you compete again, because it's like different, but
Yeah,
everything is better.
It was nice this last check-in where like the lines of my abs are through now. So I'm like, oh, I can actually see what I fucking look like under all this. So it's like, it is a different look. I'm happy with it.
From the fridge to El Clasico in one block.
The fridge. I was never the fridge. I was just skinny.
Just a fridge with arms, bro. That's it. It's a good thing that you can pose well, because you're just a fridge of arms, my man.
Square as fuck.
Like a Rubik's Cube.
It's like, it's a good job I have nice symmetrical abs. Otherwise, I'd be fucked in it.
Yeah, that's it, man. Harry Bray won. Shout out, Harry. What we say, my man. He asks, favorite classic pose on yourself and on each other.
When we get romantic questions like that.
You know, didn't you?
I bet I look at you like, you fucking idiots.
You know, didn't you? My one would be probably just my signature pose. I don't really know what you would call it. I don't know what kind of name it's got. I'm just going to call it the ghost, because it's my thing. You know, that fucking come over the reaching one, like you got like a bit of string in between each hand. That's my thing.
It's like a yo-yo catching it in the other.
The catching yo-yo thing. The catching classic yo-yo. That is my pose. But yeah, probably suits me the best, to be fair. Definitely. I quite like twisted 3/4 doubles on me. I think they look better.
Yeah, my favorite one on you is like the 3/4 double, but you have your legs in like a side chest rather than like, you know, like
the straight upright one with the level arms. Yeah, I like that one as well, actually. It's quite hard for people to hit, to try and keep that thickness and keep the arms level, isn't it? People seem to struggle, and then they sort of lose that thickness when they turn. But yeah, what about yourself? What's your favorite pose on you?
I don't know.
On double?
I don't know. Yeah, maybe, but it's just a boring one, isn't it?
But it looks classic as fuck. So does your fucking, yeah, but everything you hit looks classic, if you're thinking like it. But what other poses would you say? Probably it's got to be the hand on the hip for you, isn't it? Hand on the hip, one arm spiked.
Yeah, that's my standard one. I think that's
then both arms together and the look across is probably a sick shot on you as well.
Yeah, like showing one side of the ab and obliques and
yeah,
stuff like that.
Yeah, sick.
Definitely. I like a side chest as well when I'm lean. You know, when you're not fat and you can get your arm like right under your rib cage and pop it right. I like that.
I like it a lot.
Oh man. Right. Luke asks again. Good evening, lads. Have you ever broken any equipment at the gym?
No, I don't think I have. No, I'm not strong enough.
No, I'm not strong enough either. I've maybe broken a toilet seat from like being too fat or something, but
oh, bro, don't even start with toilet seats, man. My toilet seat still broke. I've given up. I must have bought 6 toilet seats. I'm gonna send Joe the invoice for these toilet seats.
You need like a disabled rail next to the toilet so you can lower yourself down better.
Bro, I'm just considering going straight Victorian time, just cutting a hole. That's it. Done. Cut a hole, squat over the thing. Done.
Yeah, you need a squatty potty.
Like reverse band myself from the top to keep me there nice and level. And then that's it. Just let it drop. Do you know what I mean?
But no, I've never actually broken anything in the gym.
No, neither.
Right, so
apart from my soul on the last couple of weeks of prep, that's about it.
Yeah, my morals. Holly D says, can you talk us through your 10K calorie challenge strategy? Right, so this stems because you know when Tom Evans is coming off,
yeah,
he wants to do a 10K challenge and film it with Jake. So what would your strategy be? I know mine straight up.
10 cookie dealers.
Pin 10 units of Nova Rapid and just wait for my food to come. You'll eat whatever. You'll fucking finish whatever. I don't care what it is.
You're waiting, you just sweating in that light.
Pin some spinners. You go enter the restaurant, and if it's like 40 minutes, you're all right. If it's like an hour, you're dead.
Bro, do you know what I did on Christmas Day? This is a little funny one for you, talking about insulin. So we had a complete fuck up on my Christmas Day. So we went out for a meal. It was all booked. It was booked for 2:00. So I ate in the morning. Then I saved myself for this onslaught of food. we're on the way to the place. I pinned my fucking Nova as we're on the way there. Get there expecting the table to be ready at 2. Then we turn up and they're like, oh, there's been a delay. We've not had people turn up. So we're going to have to put you on a separate drinks table for the moment until you can have your actual table. We was on the drinks table for nearly 3 hours, bro. And I just pinned 5RU and Nova. I'm just like pretty much dying at this point. Sweating, zoning out the lot. I was like, fuck, I need to do something. So I literally just nibbling on crisps until the food came. Fucking man. Horrible.
I've had a funny one after show it. I think I was only about 3 or 4 weeks post show, and it was like one of my best mates' birthdays. We all went to Birmingham for some drinks, and I just pinned my insulin as normal that day, and I forgot when you drink alcohol, it stops your pancreas making your liver making any glucose.
Oh.
So I'm there pissed in like fucking like picture and piano or something. I'm fucking just start sweating. Everyone's like, "You all right?" I'm like, yeah, I just feel a bit funny, man. I'm like steaming. I'm fucking nearly dying of a hypo. All I've got is like sugary cocktails. So it's like a fucking double-edged sword, like some sugar, but then you get more pissed and you're fucking dying again. Not fun.
I bet the Garys didn't help either, did they? The old disco biscuits.
I'm retired from that life. I would have rather done a disco biscuit.
Retired.
Yeah, can't do that no more.
Yeah. Until the PC rave day, you're retired.
That'd be bad.
I've not got any more questions. I don't know if you have.
I've got a few more. Are there any more that's come through? No, I've just been spammed by a private page that's liked 58 of my photos. Cheers. Just trying to read my notifications, you cunt.
You know, wankers.
Mr. Off. Yes, the lads, Happy New Year. I know nothing about posing, but listen anyway. Big respect. And then he asks, question time, Arnold or Stallone?
Arnold or Stallone?
Arnold, man. I don't even like... Is everyone going to kill me?
Are we talking like who would beat each other in a film, or are we talking like physique?
I don't know, man. Both.
I mean...
Are people going to kick off if I say I've never like watched the Rocky movies?
Bro, you never watched Rocky?
No.
Oh, bro, I grew up watching Rocky movies. Literally, I used to watch them the night before I used to fight because I used to be an amateur boxer. I used to watch a Rocky movie, gas myself up, so I was like frothing at the mouth, ready to go, and then go in there and get beaten. Used to love it.
So you're a Stallone man then?
Yeah, man. Probably, yeah, Stallone. Stallone would beat the shit out of Arnold. Arnold's just a poser.
Yeah.
Arnold would just say, screw your freedom. And then that'd be
it. Stallone would win in the battle to the death, but
I'd
choose Arnold. I'll choose Arnold's attitude anyway, any day.
Every time I have the pump, it's like I'm coming. Every time the pump.
I'm coming night or day. Brilliant.
Oh, man.
Imran's asked loads. Who's the plug for classic posing shorts? I got mine from Iron Monkey, and she will make it how you want and make it really, really good. I would say she has an option saying when's your show. Make sure you put it in there and make sure you get it in early because they do take ages to make it. Where did you get yours from?
Iron Eagle. I got mine from basically the same thing, just better service. Do you know what I mean? I think you get your stuff quicker from Iron Eagle.
Yeah, it's a shame because I like
quality. Like I've got a few Iron Monkey wear as well, and the quality's bang on. It's just like they fucked around with one order and didn't send it out for like 6 weeks.
Yeah, mine took ages because I didn't put the date on. It took about 8 weeks or something. But I've had it before, and she's lost something, so she's sent me 2 pairs out straight away next day delivery and stuff. So like, I do like the woman that owns Iron Monkey.
Either way, there is another plug as well, and I'll try and find it for you, Imran, and I will send it to you. But there's an American site where you can order the really, really, really pro cut ones. You know, like the ones that like Rough Diesel and that wear. You can buy them from the States on one website there, and they're just slightly more pro cut than the ones you can get here. And I think they look sick. Like, definitely, I think if you can get as small as you can on classic physiques trunks, the better, innit?
Yeah, just get your dick out.
Just literally get your old schlong out and just hang it down the side. Fuck it.
He also asked, Leon, how do I get a perfect smile like you while I'm posing?
Imran asked that. How do you get a perfect smile? Bro, when do I smile? I'm always getting told constantly, smile, bro. I never smile when I'm posing. I'm always like proper serious, but
yeah, I'm the same. My check-in shots are dead funny. My hair's like all over the shop. Just got fresh out of bed. I look like fucking half asleep but miserable.
Same, bro. Hairs everywhere, man.
Fuck off.
It normally is, bro. If I was growing my normal hair, it's like fucking afro, man. It just goes like that.
Yeah.
I had a full-on afro when I was in school for a while. Just grew it out, and it was just like fucking out there. Look like Napoleon Dynamite.
You're like the whitest black dude ever with your hair and your genetic.
Bro. I'm albino 100%.
Have either of you ever farted on stage or considered putting others off by dropping the bomb?
Not that I can remember, but yeah, probably a few times, yeah.
I don't think I've ever done it on stage. I usually struggle to do a little poo on show day. So,
to be fair, yeah, there was probably nothing to come out. I was probably so depleted there wasn't even a fart that was going to come out.
Like when you squeeze a talcum powder bottle, it's like,
yeah. Fucking hell.
What a question to end on.
That's brilliant, isn't it?
I really wish there was another question, but that's my grand finale.
It's been a good episode, actually, 100%. I think it's been a good laugh. Bit of comedy in there. And I just fucking thought that federation I was talking about earlier that Morgan did is NFM UK. You know, the one we couldn't fucking remember at the start.
I thought it was GBO in the background.
Yeah, NFM is GBO.
Oh, I was going to say, how high are you?
Yeah, NFM is GBO. Yeah, I quite like the look of them NFM UK shows, just for the fact that you can go to America and earn a lot of money. If you got
everyone, like Jazz and everyone says they're dead fun to do, don't they? So
might have to eye them up and thing.
I've just had a question come through on the
go on
a Flowcast question, so it's not actually my last question.
Yeah.
Let me hide the name. I've got the things right. It literally just says single with a question mark.
To you?
Yeah.
Was it as a dude as well? Yeah.
No, it's I don't know. It's a bit of a dodgy name. I think it's a fake profile, to be honest.
Oh.
But no, taken. Me and Leon we move as a unit. Sorry.
Trust me, we are the unit. So I've got one more question actually from Callum. Callum 8804. What do I have to take to look as amazing as that Ryan does? 3 fire emojis. What do you have to take, Ryan?
I think you have to lose your will to live. Dude.
I'd say take a day off, stop being so fucking creepy, mate. That's what I would say.
Yeah, I'd say stop reacting to all of my stories with the flame emoji. Yeah, when you're some like strange dude. You know what? It reacted. I'll show this on camera now. Look, man, you can't be creepy in someone's DMs and not expected to get aired. Yeah. Where's my request?
What do you take? You take a day off, bro. That's what you take.
Yeah, look at that. Reacting with heart eyes emoji. Bro, if you're going to do that, at least make sure it's me on my story. It's Ryan that owns the gym on my story, yeah.
Breathe the face at the camera, like, bro. You're gonna do this.
How horny you have to be, yeah, to not even check who it is on the story and just react to it.
Look how red my head's gone. Fucking hell. 300/86 blood pressure at the minute. Look at the state of that. GH head. Oh, cracking up. Right, let's call this Flowcast there because it's just getting out of hand.
These are the best kind.
Fuck's sake. Anyway, people, thank you for tuning in again. It's been another great episode. We've both enjoyed ourselves, and I hope you took away some good posing tips. Hope you enjoyed the physique ratings, and stay tuned for the next one. Thank you, my G's.
Much love.